What is up, guys? We're back in the desktop Gulag. Hold on, give me a second. Driving home from Florida. Nice. How long of a drive is that, 3%? What is up? Hands up in the Gulag. Oh, this camera's hard to figure out. Hands up in the Gulag, guys. Thumbs up. Where's my gun at? Boom. Bang, bang. It's the Gulag. Welcome to the Gulag. Watch this. This is an old laptop, but it does this weird thing. Boom. It does a weird thing with the zooming. There's some crazy shit. I have to cover up the lens and then it readjusts. It's like a weird thing. Watch. Damn it. It like zooms into my face. It's so weird. Anyways, look at all this shit that I made. I cut up this image for the glass Gulag. It's a Gulag now. We're here for life, guys. Well, 3%. I don't want you looking at the screen, so just listen. Just listen along. Freeze! Shit, freeze! It is tactical light. Yes. Freeze, motherfucker! Oh man, oh the zoom. It's so fun. So what's been going on? We've had, where's my mic? My mic is over here. Hopefully it's picking up. I should probably scoop my mic in a little bit somehow. It's gonna be over my sink. Oh Christ. Folks. So, 3%er, dude. What's going on over there, big guy? What's up with all these black Israelites, my dude? Give us a little quick rundown. And dude, so 3%er sent me this photo, right? I'll just pull it up on my phone. And he showed me these like freaking a Jewish police force type deal, and they have like jurisdiction over crime scenes and stuff, and it's like they got the uniforms on and everything, and they got their yarmulkes on, and they're their own little units, and they've been all over these crime scenes lately, all these events. These mass trauma events, as I like to say. He sent it to me a while ago, but it was like their own police. It was nuts, and that's what I've been noticing in these events too. Is a lot of Jewish policemen, but they're not policemen. They're like their own thing. They're their own like police force, and they get to freaking I didn't send you that. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was just on poll somewhere. I think I just saw it on poll somewhere. Oh, music's still too loud. How about now? How about now? Let me see. It's not bad. Now it's pretty good. It was probably pretty loud before. Alright, well anyways, Let's get into this. All I had up was Haaretz. Haaretz. I like it. I like Haaretz. But they make you sign up and stuff. Like if I go here on a on something that's not the Brave browser, they'll like make me, they'll try to make me subscribe and shit. But with Brave browser, look at this. There's like, I think there's like 17 pop-ups that it blocked. Look at that giant menorah. The zoom. Whoa. 2010 to 2019, the decades ISIS overtook Al-Qaeda and changed the face of radical Islam. Islam. I like saying Islam, like Gavin McInnes. Islam. Islam. Who do we got in the chat? We got 3%er and Kasparian Flux. Who are the other 4 viewers? Show yourselves, you glow in the darks. Say something. 16 hours. 16 hours of driving? I just scrolled up and saw that. Oh, I had to scroll down. Great music. It is the Road Rash 2 freaking theme music. Here's what it is. I'll show you real quick. Boom. Road Rash 2 theme music. It's fucking lit, dude. It's freaking lit, bro. Oh, we got Zero Infinity in the house. No floors matter. What does that mean, dude? What does no floors matter even mean? Can you give me a quick rundown? Oh, wow. They don't give me the full article in this either. Dude, they're so exclusive. Haaretz is so exclusive. Let's go to the forward. Jesus Christ. Oh no. I skipped ahead in the music. Were we already this far ahead? 27 minutes in. We back up the just back up the stream and see where we were. Oh, we got Ultimate TV in the house. What's up, dude? Uh-oh, 3%er sent me something. Shit. Jeez Louise. Oh, here it was. So autistic. Oh, I can't see where we were. Anyways, I was gonna look at what's been going on, dude. What's up with all the anti-Semitism, big guy? What's going on? What's up? No floors in the Twin Towers. Is that what that means? It means the Twin Towers were fake. Are you serious? Was there really no floors? Road Rash was a great game. Road Rash was the best. Do you still play Road Rash emulator? Where can I get that? It's like a silly 80s show when it zooms in on me. It is. It's pretty funny. Dude, don't look at the screen while driving, though. Just PSA. Unless you're not driving. 16 hours is insane, dude. I didn't know Jersey to Florida was 16 hours. But I guess it makes sense. It's like traveling the full length of California. I was going to go to the Jewish Forward. Oh, your wife's doing the first leg of the trip. Man, that's rough. Oh, okay, let me see the image that you sent me. No way. There's no way you saw that. There's no way that you actually saw this. How do I pull it up? God damn it. There's no way somebody could be this base, dude. Oh, this webcam is dog shit, dude. Oh, there it is. There's no way you could be this based. And the writing right there says, truth dispels darkness. Did you see that? Did you see that driving around? That's fucking hilarious. The Forward, news that matters to American Jews. I like it. Okay, I'm down. I'm listening. I'm Jewish. I'm listening. Revenge porn is a thing. Oh, what's up, Arvin? Any of you proud Aryans? Proud Aryan checking in right here. Proud Aryan. You better believe it, dude. Times revises Brett Stevens' Jewish Genius op-ed. Oh yeah, they were tripping over that. Guardian Angels in Brooklyn. What is this? No thanks, dude. Fuck off. Uh-oh. Hanukkah mass stabbing. Tips NYC area violence against Jews into epidemic. Epidemic, guys. It's like the Black Plague. That's my work truck, bro. Oh, man. That thing is amazing. Jew Lives Matter. That's funny. That's a pretty good name. 4chan has porn too, Arvin. No proud Aryans. And there's no proud Aryans in here, dude. Only Jews. There's just Semites in here. This is a Semite-only chat. What are you talking about revenge porn for? Revenge porn is a thing. It's a great thing. It's the best thing. Black Israelite history. What's up, Socrates? What's up, my fellow Semite? How's it going? Hey, your alts were looking for you, 9,000. Oh, man. We wanted Ultimate TV 9000 to call into Yoshi's stream. It hadn't even been 24 hours since 5 people were stabbed in a heavily Orthodox village outside of New York City when its residents gathered on Sunday, as had been long planned, to dedicate new Torah scrolls. A band on a truck led the way, children towing their parents waved flags and held torches. Yet no one could stop thinking for long about what had happened Saturday night in their quiet hamlet of Monsey. Their little quiet hamlet of Monsey. Their little exclusive little hamlet. That's what they call it. The Black Israelite wave is big right now, dude. Huge. It's huge right now. I wanted to look up some black Israelites after this. Kalman Yeager. This morning, NY Senator Felder, Assemblyman S. Eichenstein, Jesus Christ, Councilman Chaim Deutsch, and I sent this letter to NY Governor Cuomo. We're asking for state police and NY National Guard to be deployed to our neighborhoods and for a special prosecutor to prosecute anti-Semitic violence. Dude, hell yeah, man. You know what? Send in the Navy SEALs, as a matter of fact. Those guys who fucking killed Bin Laden, send them in. Didn't they die? Didn't all the Navy SEALs who killed Bin Laden die? Am I making that up? We're gonna need a camera zoom in for that. Send in the SEALs, boys. Send in the SEALs. All right, it didn't really do it. Oh, we got OO in the house. Oh no, it's Jew Lives Matter. Oh, okay, nice. The kingdom of Cush is a true kingdom of Judes. I agree. Merry Jew Years. What's up, Scotty? 3%er test. Yeah, we see you, bro. You're a moderator. Were you trying to type in too much truth in the chat? We have Jew Lives Matter in the freaking chat, dude. Tremendous. Hold on, let me see. Let me check. Is the music volumes all right? All right, yeah, everything's good. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit because I love this shit. This is the best soundtrack ever. Now the music is low. Yeah, it's because it changed from Road Rash to They Live. I tried saying something 4 different ways. It wouldn't go through. You know what I do? If any word has an I in it, I just capitalize it and I turn the I into an L, a lowercase L, and vice versa. That usually fixes anything. Oh, and if you put like if I say, hey, that looks like my friend, it'll flag you. It doesn't let you put like, L-I-K-E, for some reason. It flags me for that a lot. Yep, the wrenches mean nothing anymore. Yeah, it's stupid. So yeah, they're trying to get special laws passed. You know, I'm looking for an article on the black Israelites. They won't touch it. They won't touch that subject. 6 nights of Hanukkah, 7 anti-Semitic incidents in New York City. Oh, oy vey. 8 Hanukkah sweaters to keep you cozy all winter. Dude, they love numerology. Look at that. There's just numbers everywhere in these headlines. Orthodox Jews will not cower in the face of hate. We fight darkness with light. Why no one can talk about the attacks against Orthodox Jews? What do you mean? Everybody's talking about them. Batya Unger Sargon? Jesus. That's a hell of a name. It's a hell of a name. It's a hell of a face. Zero is another Ultimate TV 9000 alt. We're all. The real red pill is we're all Ultimate TV 9000 alts. All of us are. Oh, that was perfect with the zoom. Dude, we are all Ultimate TV 9000, okay? It's a super organism. We're like a mushroom. Like one giant mycelium. Got this stalker called Zero Infinity. I wish I had Zero Infinity as a stalker. Seems like a cool guy. There's a poem. Jews sing every evening after lighting a Hanukkah candles. It's called Moaz Monster. I'm just going to go with Monster. Rock of the Ages. And was written during the Crusades, one of the many times when Jewish blood ran through the streets. Its lines are laced with the tragedy of longing that typifies Jewish liturgy. One chokes me up every time I sing it. 8 nights every year. Our salvation takes too long, and there's no end to the bad days. Dude, the eternal victims. No copyright sounds. What's up, my dude? Alright. The words always call to mind. Jews practicing their religion during some long ago horror. The bad days of murdering crusaders and marauding Cossacks. And those Christians, those evil Christians. Those good-for-nothing, Christ-worshipping Christians. We need to end them. The bad days of pogroms. The bad days spent with my grandpa strapped to a masturbation machine. And he was jerked to death. I'm getting PTSD. I'm gonna need more reparations. Somebody call Germany. Somebody call the Chancellor. I'm gonna need more reparations. I'm getting PTSD. Where was I? Wherever they were, Jews lit candles and sang this song, waiting for salvation. How fortunate are we to live in a time without such fear, I would think. Tears creeping into my eyes, and the words catching in my throat. Come on, give me a zoom in for this. I'm gonna need a zoom in for this. God damn it, give me a zoom in. Give me a zoom. I need... Come on, zoom back in. Fuck. The bad days are back. Orthodox Jews are living through new age of pogroms. This week, as we celebrate the Festival of Lights, there were no fewer than 10 anti-Semitic attacks. Dude, I love it. First it was like 8. First it was like 6. Then it's 7. Then it's 8. Now it's no fewer than 10. It's like the old meme. Freaking. What do you mean you need $5? I don't have $20. I'm gonna be calling you about the $40 you owe me, or whatever the fuck that thing is. It's classic. They're doing it with the events. I personally like the Jewish agenda. They're cunning and know how to make money. They're stealing your money though, my dude. Dude, your song had copyright. Oh no. Are we still live? Dude, your song had copyright. I know it's copyrighted, but it's not like... I hope they're not gonna trip about it. It's like an old soundtrack. I'm pretty sure like all songs have copyright. Alright, anyways. Oh, okay. We got more goodness in this article. Shit on my hands. The bad days are back. Orthodox Jews living through a new age of pogroms this week as we celebrated the Festival of Lights. Alright, 10 anti-Semitic attacks in New York area alone. A 65-year-old man in Manhattan punched as the assailant yelled, "Fuck you, Jews!" A 67-year-old man and his 6-year-old son. Wait a minute. What the fuck did I just read? A 67-year-old man and his 6-year-old son? What? That guy had a kid when he was 61? The fuck, guys? What the fuck is that about? This guy's dumping loads into shiksas at the age of 61. That's unheard of, dude. And speaking of that, I've seen way too many of that situation. These old ass freaking boomers, gray ass hair. Two of them, a couple with a freaking young ass child with like a 5-year-old running around, and then like these boomers, they can't even keep up with them. They can't even handle the kid. So, you know what? Maybe this isn't so unbelievable. Dude, 6. Yeah, okay. Irving in the house, enlightening us. Yes, 6. He was 6 years old. There's that 6 again. What a stud. Arvin is impressed. They have too much tests. Man, they got these doctor connections to get all that tests on the low. He must have been double blue pilled. Yeah. Oh man, I can't stop getting these fucking phone calls from these Indian pharmaceutical companies. Sir, do you take the blue pill, the Viagra, or the Cialis? They have too much testosterone. You know what the Ron Perlman types, the ones with like freaking Neanderthal faces and stuff, they got a lot of testosterone. Those guys are the ones who you got to worry about. What's going on here? Okay. Do I even want to read this anymore? Well, what happened to this old Jew and this super old Jew and his super young kid? What happened? Oh, they were attacked by a group of teenagers in Brooklyn. 3 women slapped in the face by a woman who confessed it was simply because they were Jews. How did she know? The only way you know is like that giant schnoz. Is this just going over all the attacks? But the conspiracy theories flourish on the left as well in today's day and age. Did it talk about the conspiracy theories? Oh, it talks about what happened. But the majority of the perpetrators of the Brooklyn attacks and the suspects in Jersey City who were killed in a shootout with the police and now Monty were not white, leaving many at a loss about how to explain it or even talk about it. There is a little evidence that these attacks are ideologically motivated, at least in terms of ideologies of hate we are most familiar with, and therein lies the trouble with talking about the violent attacks against Orthodox Jews at a time when ideology seems to reign supreme in the chattering and political classes. The return of pogroms to Jewish life on American soil transcends ideology. In the fight against anti-Semitism, you don't get to easily blame your traditional enemies, which in the age of Trump is a non-starter for most people. At the end of the day, this is also Trump's fault. I agree, dude. Fuck Trump. This is Trump's fault. Yeah, teenagers. Future doctors and lawyers, no doubt. People that, these are the people that freaking Colin Flaherty is always talking about. OMG, hide your penis. Irvin Snip Snips is here. Yeah. Irvin is here. He's here to get his foreskin quota met. I get the NY News at home. It's nonstop with the anti-Semitism. Yeah, dude, I bet you are inundated in that shit over in the East Coast. You're right where this happened. Did you, 3%er, did you hear the gunshots when that shit was going down? That would be fucking incredible. That shit is so insane. I couldn't imagine. If that shit started happening around me, I would be like, oh fuck, it's happening. It's like Ron Paul fucking red alert, it's happening type shit. I would be freaked out. I get freaked out when there's like loud thunder outside, dude. I get ready, dude. I get ready. I'm not getting stabbed, my dude. Ain't nobody stabbing my ass, dude. What's up? What's up? Come try to stab me, my dude. You think you could stab me, dude? Knife ASMR right now. We're switching over. This, we're gonna need a scene switch for this. Knife Gulag now. We're in the knife Gulag. Boom. No stabbing in this synagogue, folks. I dare a homeless, mentally ill black man to enter this synagogue. This synagogue is freaking black Israelite proof right here. This is my protection against the black Israelites. Boom. Freeze, black Israelite. Freeze. Who the fuck are you? Freeze. Freeze, motherfucker. Who are the real Jews? Freeze, motherfucker. We're the real Jews. But yeah. Look at this thing, dude. This thing is insane. This thing's like metal, all metal. This thing's nuts. This is a prop. It's not real. Bin your knives. I do have a license for this. I am a licensed to carry this knife, okay? I had to go to knife school to be able to carry this. You see this shit? You see this? Dude, I had to go to knife school to learn this shit. Boom. They don't teach this shit at gun school. They teach this shit at knife school, and I have a license for this. Boom. This is how you protect yourself against homeless black guys entering your synagogue right here. This is the old anti-Semite killer. Boom. From the chest. Alright, anyways, I'm getting carried away. I'm getting carried away over here. Of course. Of course, the rise... Alright, okay. Of course, the rise in anti-Semitism is not incidental to the times we live in. While the Brooklyn attackers are, at least according to demographic trends, extremely unlikely to be Trump supporters. Just say black, dude. Just say that they're black. Jesus Christ. These freaking guys. Oy vey. Knife ASMR. This is a good screenshot. Nice. Licensed foreskin snipper. Absolutely. That's what I am. I am licensed to snip away, dude. Might as well be using that type of knife, dude. I bet the real shit that they use at these bris ceremonies is even worse than a freaking cheap steel knife like that one. Ooh, a nice sharp blade for certainly can come in handy. Ugh, dude. Or fingernails. They start off the incision with their fingernails, dude. It's so vile. It's absolutely deplorable. It's truly deplorable. The true definition of deplorable. Oh shit, it was super zoomed in on my face. But anyways, dude, they're fucking afraid of saying black Israelite. They won't say black Israelite. They're like afraid of saying the words black Israelite. Like even right here, look how they danced around the fact that they're black, dude. Of course, the rise in anti-Semitism is not incidental to the times we live in. While the Brooklyn attackers are, at least according to demographic trends, extremely unlikely to be Trump supporters, that means they're black, dude. Just say that they're black. They're black Israelites, for fuck's sake. Our president, who has a penchant for anti-Semitic tropes. What does that even link to? Speaking to Jewish audience, Trump uses anti-Semitic tropes. Again. Trump bringing an anti-Semite. Again. Trump, you freaking bigot. Get out of here, Trump, you stupid bigot. Donald Trump spoke over the weekend to the Israeli American Council's National Summit. Is that where he hugged that autistic fella? Let's see. Trump hugs chosen one. Do. Where is it? Dude, there's a picture of him hugging this fella. He was hugging him. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's not what I typed. Trump hugs autistic. Come on. Where is it? He was hugging this guy at the Israel Council thing. Trump hugs Israel Council. It was such a funny fucking picture. Here it is. This is what I was looking for. Why wouldn't this pop up from what I originally typed? I originally typed Trump hugs. You know. Okay, it's not popping up down here, but it's up here. This is what I was looking for. He hugged this fella right here, and it was funny as fuck. He's like looking at him. He's like, whoa. He looks a little bit like Sheldon Adelson, actually. That guy back there, this guy looks like Sheldon. The Shalva Band wows President Trump. Oh, it was a band that he was meeting? Yeah, he like hugged this dude. Oh, here it is. This is the image, dude. This is hilarious. This is like the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. This is amazing. He's like, oh God. He's got the hands on the hips like he had with Melania. Save image as LO fucking L. Save. Let's pop this up real quick. Yes. 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 Oh, that's so glorious, dude. It's amazing. Oh, we get it in full frame. I wish it was a little scooted over. Whatever, we'll fix it later. Hey, just coasting. What's up, Axeblade? What's up, my dude? Oh, yeah, if you reverse the hat, it blocks out the light from when you're sleeping. Dude, this thing is perfect. I love these things. And this is Gulag attire right here. If I ever start making merch, I'm going to start selling these fucking hats. Because this is the type of shit that you actually see in gulags. You actually see these types of hats in gulags. Because they're warm as fuck, dude. You could wear this thing and not need a jacket. And you'll be set. This is real gulag merch attire. You people ever listen to the band The Four Skins? No. Oh, who saw that scumbag get a headshot in the Texas church? Dude, he used a SIG P336 or something. Fuck, what the fuck did he use? I think he used a SIG P336. I have a P226, and mine's is 9mm, and it's gay as shit compared to that. He used a 357. He was using a 357 caliber. I didn't even know that they made like regular handguns in that type of caliber. I thought it was just revolvers. Send your donos to Arvin Caleb. Merch will be available shortly. Is that your Cash App or Vimeo or whatever? SIG 40 is a hell of a piece. Dude, I love SIGs. SIG is like amazing, dude. I need more SIGs. I only have that P226. I wanted to get a that small one that just came out. There's a tiny one that just came out. That P3 something. I forget the name of it, but it's not on the roster for Cali. So it's gay. I have 3 SIGs. Yeah, dude, you're a legend, dude. 3%er is a legend in the chat. Let's see here. Will this pop it up if I click on this? What is here? Oh, it's a live dashboard. Way too many Jewish links open here. Let's go to the old tube. Is this in my watch laters? I think I'll get in trouble for playing that. We could play this though from the Anti-Defamation League.
On the internet, everything can appear equally legitimate. The walls of intolerance and hatreds are out there. We have lost, it seems, a shared sense of basic facts upon which democracy depends.
This is the first step toward taking America back.
Martin Luther King said, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that.
The ultimate aim of society should be to make sure that people are not targeted, not harassed, and not murdered because of who they are, where they come from, who they love, or how they pray.
Stopping hate is a contact sport. We need everybody on the field. And whether you're wearing a badge or you're just a member of the community, when you see someone harassed on a street corner because he's wearing a black hat or because she's wearing a hijab, all of us as Americans, I think, have an obligation to step forward and say, not okay, not on my watch. This should be no place for hate.
Some goodness from the ADL.
On the internet, everything can appear equally legitimate.
What else we got from the ADL here?
The walls of intolerance and hatreds are out there.
We have lost, it seems, a shared sense of basic facts upon which
Broadway's response to hate.
Certain things have the kind of wide reach that can convey messages. How do you begin to break that down?
You know, there's the powers that be, you know, that exist.
The token boy on the stage.
You know, if we're talking about I'll move outside of theater for 2 seconds.
Get up there and say some good things about us, boy.
In the 50s, because Madison Avenue suggested that everyone wouldn't want to see it, when that simply wasn't the case. Nat King Cole was getting hundreds of letters from people from the South, like, I'm a Southerner and I'm white and I don't normally like black people, but I really enjoy this stuff, you know. And it goes. No one really knows what will be allowed to pop until it's allowed to pop. Rent was allowed to pop. Fun Home was allowed to pop. You know, so there's a certain allowance that happens by somebody who's either willing to take a chance, understands the commerciality.
I don't even know what these people are saying. Here's what I wanted to go to, though. This is what they're afraid of right here. This is who he fears the most. Who he fears.
No, wait a second. Let me explain something to you. First of all,
Psalm 94:16. Who the next reader right here? Let me get 2 Thessalonians chapter 2.
Hey, yo, hold up.
No, because here's the problem. The problem that we got out here is this. Our people got Stockholm syndrome. You see these cats right here that put soy burgers in your McDonald's? So your garage.
Well, I work at McDonald's. What
Okay,
are you
but
saying,
you
bro?
work at McDonald's.
I work.
You work
currently.
for the enemy. But you work
Well, I
for
don't
the
work
enemy.
for the enemy. What are you talking about, bro?
Psalm
standing here with
94, verse 16.
What do you mean, bro?
Who will rise up
what?
for me against the evildoer?
Hold up, you love God?
What?
You love God?
No, I did it. I got baptized. I
I'm
did my.
asking you, no, I'm asking you, do you love God?
Yes, I do.
You love God?
What does that have to do with God, though? What
It
does
don't
working
matter if you're a
McDonald's
Christian or
have
not.
to do
Do
with
you love
God?
God? It don't matter. God don't have nothing to do with Christianity.
I'm Catholic, my boy.
You love God?
I'm a real right Catholic,
Hold on.
girl. I did my confirmation and my confirmation.
Oh, stop right there. Stop right there.
That's a fact.
So you like little boys?
Huh?
You like little boys?
What? Slave?
That's what
Whoa,
the
what are
Catholic
you-
Church do.
What?
That's what the Catholic Church
can't
do.
do that, bro. You can't imply.
You said you're a Catholic.
Like,
Catholic Church ain't nothing but
No,
child
I believe in God. I don't know what the
Okay,
Catholic
hold
Church
on,
do,
wait.
bro.
But you just said.
But I go to the Catholic Church to worship
What
God.
kind of confirmation?
To worship God,
bro.
Not nobody else. To
Is
worship
that
God.
right?
bro. Why you looking everywhere else,
What happened,
bro?
brother?
Is
Read
that
that
true?
again.
Psalms 94,
Boy, y'all
verse
full,
16.
bro.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoer?
God said, who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Myself.
So how could you, okay, if it's you,
Yeah.
how could you promote the Catholic Church when the Catholic Church have raped
I'm not
millions of
promoting-
children across the damn planet? Where you from? You Dominican?
I'm from the Bronx, and
Are you
I'm
Dominican?
definitely Dominican.
Do you
That's
know
a
what
fact.
Dominican means?
What? I'm
Do you know
Dominican,
what
bro.
Dominican mean? Okay,
Yo,
check it out,
patria
check it out, check it
libertad.
out.
Yo, patria libertad, manito. Yo.
Inside of the Catholic Church, there's
you trying to
an
school
order
me in my country,
called
bro?
The Dominican Friars.
Yeah, keep going.
Guess what? When you watch the movie called Robin Hood, the Dominican Friars are the beggars with the sackcloth on and the damn gold in the middle of their
But
head.
that's
So
how-
everybody
that's how
who call
violate my
themselves
shit,
a
bro. I ain't
Dominican,
gonna hold you,
they
bro.
saying that you ain't
That's
nothing
how
but a
violate.
beggar.
Cause I know I've
Dominicans
seen you
and
before,
the
bro. I ain't gonna hold you,
Franciscan
so I'm
order.
gonna keep it
It
like
don't
that.
matter. If you see me, you gonna see me again. It don't matter. You gonna see me again.
Poop balls.
I'm not talking about you. I'm here to school you. You feel me? I'm here to school you. Y'all talking about some nonsense right now. I'm a street nigga, but I did my studies. You feel me? Before I jumped into this shit.
Who will
Yeah,
rise
I'm
up
worried
to
about
God
it.
against the evildoers? So now let's talk about McDonald's with human DNA.
I'm not here to
with
start no
soy
problems. I'm here to
burgers
school y'all.
that shrink the
Cause y'all talking
penises
some nonsense.
of little boys that raise up the
No, I'm not
estrogen
starting no
inside
problems. I'm
the
here to
body
listen. And I'm
of little
schooling y'all.
boys. Let's talk about McDonald's that raise up the estrogen in the body of little boys. See them skinny jeans you got on?
Bro, so you
McDonald's
gonna-
had part of that. A gay European had part of that. Where's your manlyhood at? You don't even know about what a real Dominican. You a Saint Sunday?
What?
Huh? Hold up. I'm saying
This
a
guy's
lot.
crazy.
Where in the Bible does it say that you're an Israelite?
Really?
Bro.
Deuteronomy 28:68.
That's right. Bring it out.
28:68.
Who wrote that
Let's
book?
go. Let's go.
Here we go.
Let's go. See, you don't believe in God.
No, I
Because
don't.
the true believers in God know and
No,
understand.
I know I believe in God, but I don't know what the fuck you reading.
That's
28,
right.
verse 68.
Go ahead.
Show
That the
us.
Lord shall bring thee into
Give me one of
Egypt
them signs. Give me one of
again
them
with
signs.
ships.
Go ahead. Give me one of the slavery signs. Go ahead.
But the way whereof I spake unto thee,
Uh-huh.
thou shalt see it no more again.
Uh-huh.
And then ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Okay, now
I
show
don't
me.
get this at all,
Show me
bro.
when the
I
so-called
think that had to
white
be
man-
racist or something, bro. That had to be racist.
Yo, you don't dictate nothing. I told you to stop.
You will be sold to
No,
your enemies and
that's
no
right.
one will buy.
You are our enemy.
No one will buy you.
That's right.
That's
When
right.
did that
Buy,
happen?
the word buy means redeem. Do some research. Do some
That's not
research.
the context.
The word buy means redeem.
Okay,
What context
so
is that?
so-
What context is it? Now show me your context.
My cameraman is white. I don't know about
That's right. That's
What
right.
does the word
Okay.
Egypt mean?
Okay.
Show me what does the word
All right,
Egypt mean.
so-
bro.
Hold
Y'all
up,
either
stop, no, stop right
stick
there.
to
Shift a
religion
little
or
more,
y'all
jump
either
in
stick to
down.
race. Nigga, pick
First
one,
of all,
nigga.
let me give you
Pick
some
religion or pick race.
The
Pick
word
religion or
Egypt-
pick race. Cause y'all here preaching
Greek
and
word,
y'all here
that word
bashing white
placed there
people.
by so-called
Sound
white
dumb.
men. Inside of the Bible, Egypt is supposed to be
What translation? What translation you reading from?
We reading English for imbeciles like you to
No, what
understand.
translation are you reading
Okay?
from? King James?
What's the matter with
What
King
does the
James?
King James say?
What's the matter with King
Does the King
James?
James say redeem?
The
Does the King James say redeem?
It says buy. The word
It says
buy means
right?
redeem.
And it says no one will buy.
It means
When
to,
did-
it means to
All right, so
redeem.
just talking
I'm
about the
teaching you
Atlantic
word
slave trade.
etymology.
When the,
Wait
when
a
the
minute
Atlantic,
now.
I'm not racist,
Wait a minute.
but when the Atlantic slave trade was, no, they
Hold up.
bought you.
Okay.
They bought you. This is not
Here's where
talking
you're
about you.
understanding. This is where
They
you're
bought
understanding.
you.
We got the Virgin Catholic Virgin Catholic Goy over here who doesn't believe in the real Jews. Okay, the real ones. These are the real ones. Why isn't this playing? Oh, okay. I see. I see. We got this guy over here arguing against literal kings. When you're arguing against literal freaking kings, dude, you're not gonna win. It's a losing battle, okay? They was kings. There's no argument. They was kings. And you're a peasant, all right? You got your hat? Got your fucking hat all slicked back. Gay check. You got your Starbucks, okay? Do I even need to say it? Do I even need to say it? We was kings and shit, okay? They was kings, and now they're in that second part. Now they be rapping and shit. Dude, now they be stunting on hoes and shit, okay? Who's to say they're not still kings? They're pretty much still kings, guys. He's a slave to Medusa. You mean like Versace or something? What is that supposed to mean? Let me know if the music is too loud.
Phil, you got a computer in your hand.
Right.
Look up the word buy on etymology. Etymology, it means to redeem.
You will sell yourselves,
No.
and no one will
Okay.
buy.
So how did we sell ourselves? We know that Deuteronomy 28.
That's the thing.
Listen.
You didn't sell
Okay, wait a
yourself.
minute.
That
Wait a
prophecy
minute.
actually
Listen.
goes against what you're trying to teach.
You cannot listen with your
That's
mouth.
not talking. It's not
You have
talking
to
about
listen
you.
with
It's
your
not
ears
talking
on your
about the
head.
Atlantic slave trade.
Listen, you cannot
That
listen with your
happened.
mouth.
70 AD. You're a liar.
Dude, the Virgin Catholic versus the Chad Black Israelite. The cup is representing Medusa. Absolutely. All right, it slipped my mind. Yo, what up, Trash Man? What's up, my dude? Dude, his ears aren't even tucked in. His hat. What a beta.
How do we okay, what is the second?
Is that true?
Where you can go back to.
Wow, you're right. What a
Show
fag.
me proof that you need to take a boat from Israel to go to Egypt before the Suez Canal.
Hold on a second.
Before the Suez
You act like
Canal.
you can't.
Stop.
You
I
act like
said,
you can't do that.
listen to what I'm
Is
saying.
there not water that leads
Listen.
from Israel to Egypt?
Listen,
Is there not a river?
Listen, if
Is
you
there
take
not
your,
a river that leads
if
to
you
Israel
take
to
your
Egypt?
sneakers out your mouth, you'll hear me. Before the Suez Canal, the white man brought in that water gap. How did Moses walk out of Egypt and go into the land of Canaan, which is Israel, without a boat? So how come Moses didn't need a boat, but now in 70 AD you need a boat to go back to Egypt? Use your brain.
We're not saying that.
Use your dog. Come on, man. Come on, man. You sitting here masturbating, man.
Listen,
You masturbating. Stop.
All right, but you
Stop.
have to
You
say,
masturbating, man.
When were you ever in
I don't
America?
jerk off
When
without
were you?
wives.
All right, during the Atlantic
Again,
slave trade, you
listen,
said you would go back.
listen to what I
The verse
said,
you
brother.
would go back to Egypt.
Brother, what is ignorance? The root
They're ignorant, they can't talk to
The
them.
root word of ignorance means to ignore, brother. You're ignorant.
That's right.
You're ignorant.
That's right. That's right.
You need to open your mouth, and I see him say.
You haven't felt true bliss until you have yelled, "That's right," at the top of your lungs. It needs to be the loudest that you could possibly yell it.
Seem like you like to masturbate in public with the stuff that you okay. Again.
Fucking dude, blown the fuck out of the water right there. You just called him out for jerking it off in public. How do you even, you can't even recover from that. How do you recover from that? You got your dick in your hand, dude. You can't recover from that. The cup runneth over with the they poison that the sheep will drink freely. Did you have a stroke while typing that, Arvin?
Now answer my question, because you sitting there, every time you ask me something, I smack you back. You got me going Mike Tyson on you. I'm looking real good right now, son. I'm looking like Mayweather right now. Every time I'm looking like Mayweather. Stop. Now hold up. Look, I'm going to give you a chance. Let me ask you a question. Hold up, wait.
When did they eat their offspring?
I'm about to ask you a question.
Because the verse says that
Stop.
you be the seed
Stop.
and you will eat.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question. Let me AKS you a question.
This is the wily tricks of the devil. We answer one question on top of question, and he don't even want to hear the answer. Now, back to Deuteronomy 28. I told you, what does the word...
Dude, yeah, I'm gonna go to San Francisco and make friends with these guys. These guys are fucking based. Hey, yo. What up, my dude? It's Lil Gulag in the house.
Egypt mean? Again. What does it mean?
All right, hold on a second.
What does it mean?
Hold on a second.
They know, hold on. Answer the question, because I answered yours.
Do you interpret those shit literal? Because it's one verse. It's one verse. You can't interpret one thing literal.
Dude, they're clowning on his ass. Dude, look at this virgin with his phone. Bro, there it is right there. The virgin Catholic phone user against the Chad, Black Israelites, Hebrews, who their only source is the Bible, my dude. These guys' only source that they use is the Bible. Bro, how could you can't get any more base than that, bro. Like, this guy's gonna look up bullshit online. It's like, who do you think wrote that? Dude, the fake ones. The fake ones. The not real ones. It's amazing. Dude, the virgin versus the Chad, it's just being reinforced more and more the further deep we go into this.
Physical Egypt in northeastern Africa. When is the second bondage? North America. That's how we go back into Egypt. That is a metaphor.
Even if the shit he's saying is nonsense, he's saying it so convincingly that I'm on his side.
With ships, with cargo, slave ships.
The scripture says the Lord will bring you back to Egypt. You say it's the house of bondage, but the
That's
ships
right.
are literal.
Okay.
The ships are literal.
Listen,
so how do you
okay.
cut up that verse?
Did you not listen to what I said?
But how do you
You
cut up
went
that
from
verse?
one bondage to another bondage.
But
okay, but here's this. There is only 2 times in history that the entire nation of Israel was removed from their hometown, their home place. That is the first Egypt. This is the second Egypt. Every other time, we were in there.
All right, there's a verse.
That's it. You lost already. You try to say we needed boats to go to Egypt. You lost already, dude.
The verse says you will
out
offer
here.
yourself.
Huh?
The verse says you will offer yourself.
How do we offer ourselves?
How did you offer yourself?
Because when you do history, you had brothers who called themselves Moors that also sold black slaves. Stop that.
That's right.
Stop that. We had people of our own kind that sold some of us.
And no one will buy you.
Just
And
like
no one will
the
buy
word
you.
buy means to redeem. Go to etymology.com.
Okay,
Stop
King
playing
James,
with me.
was King James a black
Stop
man?
playing with me. Yes, he was.
So why didn't he put the word redeem instead of buy?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
Why did
question.
he put the word redeem
What is that?
instead of buy?
What do you call that on the street? What do you call that on the street?
Why he put by because he was using the old King's English.
I know that, but I want to ask him a question. What is that? What do you call that on the street? What do you call that? Huh? You call it sneakers. What you call it? Huh? No, they originally called gym shoes. Then they called them basketball shoes. Those are not sneakers. Period. The American language, they try to modify language. That's why y'all don't know nothing. That's why
You dumb motherfuckers. Damn, it's some gym shoes, you dumb nigga. Those are some Yeezys, my dude. Those were fucking dope.
Gotta go to word etymology. The word world that y'all use in John 3:16 means society or class, not the entire planet. That's where.
Oh, and to what Wasp said, imagine actually holding these beliefs. I was in, where the fuck was I? There was a bunch of white people, and then there was me. And people were walking down. Oh, Costco. It was Costco. I was thinking, like, where the fuck was I even? It was at the food area, the lunch court or the food court at Costco. I was eating, and this black Israelite in full fucking black Israelite garb, dude. Straight up, he was wearing what this guy's wearing. He was wearing a headdress, and even more biblical than this dude. He was wearing a headdress. And that whole thing. Oh shit, let me turn down the music. He was wearing that whole thing, that whole robe. He was wearing a giant ass robe. And he was wearing a fucking giant purple robe. He was wearing a headdress just like this guy. With the fucking star of Remfam, the satanic star. And I think he was wearing some slippers and shit, dude. Like some wooden slippers. And this fool looked baller as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. He looked dope. He was just walking. And he was just like fucking black Israeliting it up, dude. In the middle of Costco. And all these white dudes, all these boomers, white old boomers were just like staring hard, dude. They were just staring hardcore. They were triggered. You could tell they were triggered. They didn't even know why, but you could tell that they didn't approve. I wonder why, dude. Just just admit it. They're the real Jews. The black ones are literally God's chosen people. They're musically talented. They're the best at sports. Dude, super soakers, peanut butter, they're God's chosen people, all right? I don't need to give you reasons for why that's true. It's the truth. So this dude's wife was, she was wearing regular clothes. His wife and kids were just wearing regular ass clothes. You guys talking about Lakewood, New Jersey? That's where 3%er is. New Jersey's full of Italians, aka Sea Jews. Yep. Whoops. I meant New Jersey's basically Italy. Yeah, the Jewish women slept with Italian men. That was like the first instance of Jewish gene mixing. The fucking Italians, dude, they couldn't help themselves to the milkers.
Where people get lost with John 3:16. That's why Christ
That's
tells
right.
you.
That's right.
Right? So like if I go buy something, let's say I go buy something at a store,
You need
right?
to learn word etymology.
Hold on. If I go buy something in the store, I already own it.
Guess what?
I already own it.
The
So I go and redeem
guess what?
I already
It's
own.
redeemed
That's
by
not
that
what the
dollar.
word- That's not what the context
Bro.
is saying. The context is saying
So let me ask you
you
a
will offer
question.
yourself for sale,
Let me ask
and
you a
there will
question.
be no buyer.
See, this is
There
the
will
dude
be
that
no
wanna
one
play
that
word
will buy you.
semantics.
That
No.
did not happen.
This is
You
the dude
were
that wanna
sold
play
into
word-
slavery, and
okay.
there were buyers. People bought you.
Let me ask you a
during the
question.
slave trade.
What
That
is
verse is
okay?
speaking
Let me
against
ask you a
what you're
question,
trying to teach.
bro. Let me ask you a question. What does the original word? What is the original definition of the word buy? Until you can come back. Until you can come back with the original definition of the word buy. Be quiet.
The word
Because
buy
you don't
is
want to
something
deal with
I buy.
etymology.
I
No,
purchase.
you don't want to deal with word etymology. We deal
But you're
with
talking about
etymology. What's
redeem.
the question?
You're talking about redeem. Someone who's redeeming something is something they already own.
marriage. What's the matter with interracial marriage? Because the Most High told us to keep a royal and holy seed.
The
He told us
Moshiach.
do not dilute ourselves. Okay? Dilute yourself. Exactly, which is mixing with other races. That's number one. Number two, the whole entire logic is, why
That's
would you
right.
sleep with somebody who rapes you?
That's right.
Let me ask any woman out here. This is no disrespect. Come here, sister. Let me ask you a question. No disrespect. Okay, let me ask you a question, brother. Let me ask you a question, brother. Real talk. If a man held down and raped a woman in your family, would you let him marry her after that?
That's a case-by-case basis.
It's a
Case by case basis. What the fuck?
How is that a case by case?
Rape is case by case basis.
If he held her down and raped her. If a man held down, you know why I said that? Because when we came here,
That's
we were
right.
raped.
That's right.
We were raped. There was no slave that came here and laid down with the slave master.
Yeah, these blacks
There's
are
no
cut and
slave
mutilated.
that
They're no
literally.
better. Yeah, man. They support all that same bullshit. It's despicable. We'll be right back, guys. We're gonna take a little break. Recreational break, if you will. Alright. Gotta turn that down a little bit. Let's see, what's... Oh, okay. Let's take a look at this here. We got some shit about Iran. "25 killed." So I guess we just hit Iran. Not cool, dude. Iranians are cool. I feel like me and Jeffrey would have had a good time with some Russian hoes. I feel like no matter who you are, Jeffrey Epstein would have shown you a great time. Because Jeff Epstein was a cool dude. He was a good guy. He was a great guy. He was a good friend of mine. How about this? Jeff Epstein was way cooler than fucking Larry Silverstein. And Trump said those words about Larry Silverstein. He said that he was a great guy. He was a good friend of mine. What's going on Twitter? Go follow my Twitter. It's GVay. Where is it? How do I go to my profile? GVay13. Okay. Ripple. I follow Ripple for some reason. I bet all the people responding to this are black people. Black people love Ripple. That kid got wrecked. I'm trying to see if there's any brothers replying to this. That's what it usually is. I don't know. The brothers are not on Twitter. They're too busy responding to like freaking rappers and stuff. Oh, Owen Schroyer. Look at this. InfoWars has this, what the fuck is that? Teradyne? Let's look this up. A Teradyne truck. This is like a $250,000 car. Oy vey is right. Teradyne armored vehicles. How much is a 2015 Gurkha? Yup. 200K. $200K for a used one. I wonder what it is brand new.
Hey guys, this is Josh with Velocity Motor Cars in Nashville, Tennessee. And today we've got one of the most unique vehicles ever seen. This is a Teradyne Gurkha. Built in Canada.
Built in Canada. No thanks.
It's an, I'd say, Ford F-150 chassis with full armor built onto it.
Built in Canada, dude.
This thing gets more attention than a Lamborghini. I would know because I shoot Lamborghinis all the time. And I've been trying to do this video out behind our shop, and I've had 2 carloads of people stop just to want to talk about it. So I've been interrupted twice so far. Let's hope we get through this one. This is about as unique as cars get.
I wonder how much Alex Jones got his for. If it isn't, I don't want it. I got some stuff that's made in Israel. Disavow. It's Canadian, bro.
As you can see, it's not exactly like leather upholstery or anything. It's pretty Spartan. But just look at the thickness of those doors. Inside you have your gun rack, just for emergencies.
That's a gun rack?
You can seat 3 wide in the back, or you can pop these up for storage. This folds flat for more space. And as you can see, this has a huge stereo system in the back. And it has a roof hatch. Pretty ridiculous.
$200K. Canada's pretty Jewish, to be fair. Yeah, they're all, dude, their food prices are insane.
So the front looks very familiar if you've ever been in a Ford Super Duty. The front is certainly a lot more.
I'm going to need to take a closer look at this.
Let's go ahead and move around to the front.
Very good. It's a good truck. Now I'm just jealous of Jones. Yeah, it's don't worry if you're behind. I'm still checking the chat. So I'm just reading old stuff anyways.
Or you've got a horn. All kinds of other settings for ridiculously loud noises.
Thing has sirens.
Do not get that in a toggle. Another really cool feature is this little light for nighttime. You got white light and red light for light discipline. Let's take a quick look under the hood. It's got the standard 6.7 liter Ford diesel engine.
Give me 4 years, I'll own one. Oh yeah, dude.
About as extreme as it gets.
In 4 years, they'll probably be cheaper too.
Vehicle, just give us a call or stop by Velocity.
Right now, it's 200K.
Thanks, guys.
There it is. There's fucking Alex Jones is right here. Oh man, look at this. Oy vey. It's not even well done, not even well drawn. Notice the exaggerated bottom. The downward triangle is exaggerated. That gives away a lot. Yeah, they gotta replace the flag on the door. $9.77. Why do all synagogues look like modern art museums? This is obviously a rabbi. But I don't know why the rabbi. Why did he do the 911? He shouldn't have done the 911. He should have just done like... I don't even know what you can do nowadays. I don't know what Meow Meow was talking about there.
I'm the fuller brush man. I'm giving a free sample. Thank you. I'm the fuller brush man. I'm giving a free sample. Thank you.
Very interesting. Very fucking interesting. Very based, right? What the fuck? I follow so many normies, dude. Oh, dang. MIA was in Nixium? Hey, she cute. Hey, she cute. She cute. Uh-oh. 1 second. Alright. Jesus. Jeez Louise. Sorry about that. Hey, she cute though. Hey, she pretty cute though. It's my favorite song in the album, I'd say. Singer MIA attended Necker Island's secret Nixium retreat with then husband Ben Bronfman. Okay, my dude, let's search you up. American entrepreneur. Why do I feel like he's connected to some global events? Seagram, President Seagram. His mother is African American and his father is Jewish American. Okay. He's one of those. One of those guys. Digga. Sherry Brewer. Is this a black lady? Oh, snap. That seems kind of weird and like freaking satanic type of clothes. I don't know. Hey, she cute though. She cute though. She's pretty cute. I don't know, who is that? Their daughter or something? It's a weird fucking look. Why are you looking at me like that, lady? I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, what is this fucking, what is that clothes? Look at her forehead. She got a big ass forehead, yeah. Anyways, we're getting way off fucking track. Uh-oh, co-founder of the Green Owl record label. Okay. Let's look up this shit. Isn't this an owl? I thought this was an owl. Okay, owl. Owl of Athena. The Owl of Minerva. They have like a tiny owl on the dollar bill. Shit's crazy. I went with a friend to an estate sale in an upscale neighborhood in Los Angeles County. It was a lovely Spanish-style home, tastefully decorated. With many European souvenirs and French figurines, which was our point of interest. One painting, however, broke that general harmony. A large ink drawing of an owl in place of honor over the fireplace in the main living room. Well, they must have really liked owls to put this one over here. I think that is not a question of taste. It is a matter of fidelity to a religious belief. Probably the owner was a Mason. The owl is a longtime symbol of the Illuminati and Freemasons. The symbolism is in the general animal kingdom is something that medieval world understood, but modern man has lost with its adoration of so-called natural science and positive facts. After Adam's original sin, a Jew owl. What's up, meow? That's his gang sign. Meow, what is the meaning of this tweet, meow? Explain yourself. Explain yourself. What does this even mean? What did he mean by this? Oh, you're replying to this. Inside of his van is so wet because he left the door open. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, yeah, it is. He's such an idiot. That's what he gets for removing that truth. And who was that cutie walking by? Clown memes. Dude, we're getting so carried away right now. Okay, here, quick rundown. Just fucking here, okay? QRD is this. Boom. Oh shit, what did I do? You got a license for that moist van? Yeah, it's Karma. That was Karma. So this is her MIA's boyfriend. And MIA, she's Nepali. She's like from Nepal. She's Aziz Ansari type of Indian. She's not my kind. My kind are fucking like farmers and shit. Claire and Sarah Brofman's nephew, Ben Brofman, married the Tamil rapper. Tamil, not Nepal. Oops. IDK, why you gotta hide an owl when there's huge one-eyed pyramid on the other side? Yeah, exactly. I don't get it. I don't get the point of hiding the owl. It's stupid. The two of them attended at least one Nixium retreat hosted by Sarah Brofman on Necker Island in 2010. Necker Island is owned by Richard Branson, who was also in attendance. Very spooky, you know? Spooky business here. Fucking Necker Island. What kind of implications does that send? Who are they necking at this island? You know, are they necking people at this island? Just Duper's Delight. Yeah, they just like hiding shit. It would have been more optically sound to hide the freaking one eye. But they hid the owl instead. Oy vey. What a mess. What a mess of wires. I like wires better than wireless though, because wireless, who knows? Who knows what that shit's doing to you. Necker Island is owned by Richard Branson. Yeah, that guy, Richard Branson, owns a bunch of islands. She's getting into some satanic shit. Home of at least 2 secret Nixium retreats. Look at these bitches at this fucking Nixium retreat. Allison Mack, Christian Kruick, Sarah Bronfman. You see, they got these, they got the shiksas like Mac and Kruick. Who knows what she is? Is that, I'm assuming that's Kristen Kruick. And then they got this hideous monster of a woman, Sarah Bronfman. You know, you got these 2 cuties and then these behind the curtain types. Bronfman met British rapper MIA in the Bedford Stuyvesant neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York in 2008. They were married and had a son, Ikheid Edgar Aruler Bronfman. Dude, fucking settle down with the names. Ikheid Edgar Aruler Bronfman. In February of 2009. So this kid's 10 years old. What does he look like? Do they dress him as ridiculous as his name is? I think that's probably like Halloween. Or is it? Is he always just wearing weird jerseys? He's always just ready to paintball. Little fucking Pajit. She still looks pretty good for having a kid. She had a kid with this guy though. Ugh. Hey, but he rich though. He rich. Well, anyways, they're into some Satan shit. John Teague had reported that at that secret gathering of NXIVM members, money laundering, illegal immigration, and other crimes of NXIVM racketeering enterprise were discussed. There's no evidence that MIA participated in any of this. Hey, she's fucking fuck it. She's crazy. She's doing crazy shit. Okay, so they're trying to link her songs to the NXIVM crimes. So she's saying she could counterfeit. She's basically saying she could counterfeit visas and shit. Get them made. Dude, and also the Virgin space flights, total hoax. Never gonna happen. Virgins in space.
Launched the first and only human spaceflight from American soil since the final space shuttle mission in 2011.
Fire, fire! Straight motor burn, everybody. We're going to space, Richard.
She looks fake, bro. Not gonna lie. Okay, that was absolutely fake.
Higher into space, this time with a crew of 3 people on board, one of which became the first person to float freely in microgravity on board a commercial spaceship. Today, Virgin Galactic takes another step forward, along with its sister organization, the Spaceship Company, in becoming the first publicly traded commercial human spaceflight company in history. We know that millions of people are deeply inspired by human spaceflight. By embarking on this new chapter, we can open space to more investors, and in doing so, open space to thousands of new astronauts. We are at the dawn of a new space age that recognizes its huge potential to improve and sustain life on Earth.
Whole lot of globe programming in that little fucking edit there. Oh, and look at that. At the end, at the end they show you, man. See, at the end they show you the truth. That's what it's really like, guys. That's what the Earth, the cosmology is actually like. So much hidden in this little end scene. This is fake. This is CGI. Right. Or it's just, it might be fisheye lensed. But they've sent balloons up hundreds of thousands of feet, no curvature.
And sustain life on Earth.
Wow, look at this shit. Watch this shit. Round eye. Freaking, why don't they use a real round Earth photo instead of this CGI BS? Into the eyeball. Virgin in the pupil. With the G. With the G is the first thing. G is really important to Freemasonry. It's the 7th letter. And then you add 26 plus 7. It equals 33. And that's in another form of gematria. Watch this. That's what it really is. That's what the shape of the earth really is. Look at that. Notice at the end they had this flat earth stuff. A flat, like a disc with an outer ice wall edge. Boom, with the center. It all meets in the center. There is something in the center, which is where all of our compasses point. TSC, the spaceship company. Look at this fake shit. Let's look at this fake shit.
This is the Mojave Air and Spaceport, a scrap of desert outside Los Angeles. It's where Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic has set up shop to test its tourist space planes. But today we're going to get a tour of another vehicle. It's a Boeing 747 that's been turned into a mobile launch pad in order to send rockets to orbit mid-flight. We're here to meet Kelly Latimer, the main pilot for Virgin Orbit. It's a sibling company of Virgin Galactic that hopes to launch satellites into space instead of tourists. But they want to do it in a way that sets them apart from most of the satellite launching competition out there. Instead of launching rockets from the ground, Virgin Orbit launches them from under the wing of a giant airplane. Or they will if a whole lot of tests go right first.
They won't. It's all fake.
This is Launcher 1, the rocket that Virgin Orbit has developed. It's designed to fly mounted underneath the wing of this 747, and then at around 35,000 feet, the pilot flips a few switches, and this big red clamp releases the rocket, it falls away, and then it ignites its engine to climb into space. This way of getting to space is often referred to as air launch. It's not a new concept either. Both Northrop Grumman and a company called Stratolaunch use similar systems. Air launch is also the same basic way Virgin Galactic gets its spaceplane into the sky too. Still, this type of space travel is pretty rare, but it's got its upsides.
There is just a raw performance advantage that we get.
This is Will Pomerantz, Vice President of Special Projects at Virgin Orbit and the company's first employee.
If you think about two rockets racing their way to space, and one starting at Cape Canaveral and one starting under the wing of an airplane, well, the one at Cape Canaveral, which is a great facility, but it happens to be at 0 feet above sea level and 0 miles per hour, and our airplane is already giving us some altitude and some speed.
There's also some flexibility you get when your launch pad can move.
So if there's bad weather in one location, we can go somewhere else. If we've got 5 different customers that want to go to 5 different orbits, physics is going to dictate we want to launch them from 5 different places. And instead of having to build 5 different launch sites, we just pick up our whole launch system and we fly it anywhere it wants to go. You know, it's a Boeing 747. It's about as transportable as you can possibly make it.
The 747 that Virgin Orbit uses is an old passenger aircraft from Virgin Atlantic, aptly nicknamed Cosmic Girl. But the plane looks a tad different these days. The entire coach section has been completely gutted, all of its seats removed, and the overhead bins taken out.
Yeah, we basically pulled the entire main deck interior out to get rid of weight. So we got rid of about 50,000 pounds. So what it gives us is the lighter weight, the better performance we get.
The first class cabin is also no longer outfitted for rich travelers. Instead, the upstairs has been transformed into a small mission control so that engineers can oversee missions during flight. Kelly's job mostly revolves around flying the plane, and she's got a lot of experience with that already. As a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force, she flew numerous military aircraft, and she's got experience with 747s too, having flown the airplane that carried the space shuttle, as well as a flying observatory called Sophia. This mission may start off like a regular 747 flight, but it ends much differently.
Once the rocket gets fully fueled, we'll come on board the aircraft, start the engines, taxi out to the end of the runway, and take off just like a conventional airplane. If anything were to go wrong, we want to be able to jettison it at any point, so we have a specific routing to get us out over the water.
Then when it comes time to drop the rocket, Kelly maneuvers the plane, pitching it up at a 30-degree angle. That orients the rocket towards space. And if everything's at the right altitude and speed, the rocket drops.
So at that point, the rocket's on its own. We pull off to the right, and meanwhile, the rocket counts to 5 and then lights its motor and goes off to space.
So basically, you ditch it and run.
Pretty much, yeah.
Kelly does have to make a few accommodations flying a plane with a rocket attached. When the rocket is fully fueled...
You're right, Scotty. That voice does sound male to female. And you're also right, Trash Man. This is probably one of the planes that they use when they're shooting those fake ISS videos, those fake broadcasts.
What's funny is when we flew the first time with the rocket attached, there actually was so little effect for the rocket being there that we were like...
And look at her, Scotty. She's covering her she's got her bangs to cover up her large male brow. Her upper brow. She's hiding it. Fake.
And the standardization of satellite hardware.
Satellites are fake and gay.
Providers like Rocket Lab, Vector, Relativity, and more than 100 other startups focused on sending small satellites to space. Virgin Orbit is still deep in the midst of its testing program. Farther out into the desert, it's testing its small rocket engine at this firing range. And there's a lot of complexity that comes from lighting the engine up in midair.
When you're launching things from the ground, you know, if you need power for your system, you go and you plug it into an electrical outlet. And if you need fuel, you plug it into a pipeline. When you're launching from an
now I want to know why. What are they making this shit for? It's not going to space. It's for something else. Is it just launching missiles?
Virgin Orbit is testing its engines. It's also testing Cosmic Girl. The company routinely runs test flights, and recently they've been flying with Launcher 1.
Cosmic Girl.
Soon, the company will fill up the rocket with water to give it a more realistic weight, and they'll drop it just to see if it falls like the engineers think it will. When that test happens, Kelly will be testing
Is Big Bear live?
Launcher
When is
1
fucking
for the
Owen
first
going
time,
live?
too, switching on a series of buttons and levers that cause Launcher 1 to fall from the wing.
So we basically set it up to drop. You go left to right, and then once we're done, we go close hook, back to
Oh, sick. Logos.
There's always the possibility that rockets don't behave like we think they will.
Shut up, bitch. God damn it. I hope my mom isn't home, and I hope she didn't hear me. And I hope she doesn't think I'm talking to her. Dude, where's my fucking... Where do I go to the people I'm following? It's Logos.
Yes is yes, no is no.
Ooh, fresh face. Fresh face, Owen.
God is God and we are man and we are fallen, all this stuff. But they forget it all the time. Like they'll be like, oh, Silicon Valley, they're going to make the 5G, smart grid, blah, blah. I'm like, but you're forgetting that we know the truth. It can't work because we aren't God. And it becomes comical.
Logos.
You ever see those like decked out houses where it's like people are like, wow, I have the newest thing in my sound system, and it just all falls apart. I used to do a physics podcast at Caltech. Yeah. Deal with that cognitive dissonance. Oh, this big flat earther, this guy's a retard. I used to do a physics podcast at Caltech with people who won Nobel Prizes.
That's when you were a fucking round earther.
It was just tons of episodes. Okay? One of my buddies who has his PhD in nuclear physics, who his IQ is probably like 800 to the point where he's literally a retard. He would always bring the most elaborate audio equipment. And 9 times out of 10, we would end up recording it on my phone because it would all spiral. And he'd be like, well, we simply have to, do it. Simple. When I was recently at the doctor, they were checking out my records and the system wasn't working. And they were just like, we're just going to go to the filing cabinet. They're already going back to reality. They tried to change the nature of comedy with Netflix algorithms to push political agendas. What is the result? What, 8,000 people watch me on D Live without any social media, and Joe Rogan is mocked. Like, guys, stop being afraid.
Dude,
there's no cloud. Like this stuff. Okay, I'll tell you some more stuff.
How long can he go on saying the same shit?
Insane amount of energy and space and cooling and all that just to maintain it. They're hoarding and obsessing over data points because the more data points they put in, the more truth that will come out. No, guys, this is like watching a hoarder. It's mental illness. They couldn't predict the election of Donald Trump with all their data points, because this is what they also forget. People lie. And they're not God. They can't outthink people. Like the medical field tried to outthink God. The American medical field is awesome for surgery, for technology, for very specific things. Like once but it's terrible with its ego. Like once people started making pharmaceuticals to mimic natural remedies, it was an attempt to usurp God's power over man. A lot of you guys will be like, oh, enough of the Christian talk, blah, blah, blah. Guys, what I believe is actually true.
Dude, none of the boomers watching him are saying any of this. He creates these ridiculous straw mans.
And knowledge and control and law, they always fail. So why is the pharmaceutical failing? Is it because people just want to hurt you? No, it's all ego. Doctors thought they could be God. They thought that they could mimic the natural world and be better than it. That we already had cures for cancer. We already had cures for these things. But they would make a pill that mimicked those effects, but was even better. So what happened?
How did he
They would get more side effects. You know, they'd be trying to cure a restless leg, and they go blind.
Opiates?
Okay, so then what do? Double down, double down, double down, double down, until you have an evil thing. And commoners like us just look at the system and go, pharmaceutical wants to kill my kid. No, they tried to be God, and now they're in an infinite back pedal until they die. That's reality. And watch out for all fear porn. Because you'll see this vaccine fear porn, right? Where it's like, they're setting up concentration camps for people that won't vaccine their kids in New York, and they're even forcing the Amish to take. Okay, what that does has a very odd effect. You think you're educating yourself and you're educating people about the fear of government overreach with vaccines and stuff. All you're doing is creating a false reality that will actually scare people into taking the vaccines. The reality of vaccines is if you have a baby and you don't want them to have vaccines, in America, I know Germany's in a different situation, but you just say, we don't want vaccines. And they go, really? Well, I mean, we do recommend. Just go, yeah, we've thought about it. No. And they go, okay. And that's it. And creating this world in your head where they're like, we want to pump, we're going to pump your baby. That isn't real. When I was a baby and I was a kid, it was actually more draconian. Child Protective Services was worse in the 70s, way more corrupt than it is now. Some of these people that keep thinking the world's getting worse and worse, no, it's not. It's converging, and I'll talk about that in a second, but a lot of things have gotten better. I wasn't vaccinated, but back then, I think it was more illegal to not vaccinate your kid back then, and my mom just was like, no.
Definitely a lie.
And they're like, okay. My brother was homeschooled in kindergarten, and a cop showed up and said that, they would take him and put her in jail if he didn't go to school. And my mom was like, no. And nothing happened. Evil feeds on the vulnerable, always. Always remember that. If you know you're good, you eliminate as much sin as you can in your life. Don't watch porn. Don't do drugs. Don't drink. Don't cheat. Don't covet. The reason is because it weakens you. This is armor. If I was still drinking and I was watching porn and I was having an affair behind my wife's back and I was trying to manipulate my audience for money, and I have the authorities come to my door based on a swatting attempt by gammas, I could have failed that test. I could have started acting crazy. I could have started starting new Instagram accounts and deleting them all night. And, like one of these guys that's involved in this, I think, we're getting to the bottom of it, was bragging about doing it. Those type of things could cause fractures in your marriage. Those type of things could make you start acting insane when you wouldn't have been insane. You wouldn't be able to keep a cool head. You would get really angry at the authorities and threaten them and show them that out of fear, right? So sin makes you weak. The reason I exclude as much sin from my life as humanly possible is the more I do that, the less fear I feel, the less weapons the demons have, and the more I can operate just fine in some of the most extreme situations that you can imagine. Think of all the fear you've created in your mind. You know, the worst case scenario is someone comes to your house, the authorities come to your house to try and like break up your family, right? It's probably never happened to you. It happened to me this weekend, okay? It's fine. That's it. It would only manifest into more fear if I started taking tickets. 5 or 6 Silicon Valley companies that I relied on to pay my bills for my family, run by Jewish people, kicked me off unfairly and hurt my business and tried to humiliate me publicly. My Wikipedia was rewritten to make me sound like an actual Jew hater, all this stuff. Okay, I saw the ticket and I didn't take it. The ticket was blame all my problems on Jews. I could start feeling it because I started being like, these fucking Jews, right? It's almost impossible not to for a little while. When you see Google, YouTube, Facebook, PayPal, and they're just like, it almost seemed personal, like they were trying to get me. And I have babies, and I have a wife, and I have like an intense existence, and it seems like these damn Jews were just trying to keep me from thriving. If I had taken that ticket, and if I had blamed all my problems on the Jews, and if only the Jews went away, I would be fine. I would be fucked. I took a step back and I realized what it is. I studied the Talmud, how it's almost like a handbook for scams, you know, where they literally take pride in chutzpah, like balls, trickery. They think God will be impressed by tricking. You know, it's a culture based on endless loopholes and haha. But they're also very scared people. A lot of them are very cucked to their mothers and wives, and they don't really even care about me at all. They almost see my masculinity as a threat because of their own shame. And then they just move on to another target and endlessly complain, and it usually leads to health problems. I also got to see that Silicon Valley has a very short shelf life. They're not gonna last. They can't keep acting like this. So the ticket would be, it's laid out, and then the blessing you receive when you don't take the ticket, when you don't say the Jews are the root of all evil. No, the Bible tells you that isn't true. There is Pharisees, the synagogue of Satan. There is these things, but you're taught what it is and how to get past it. You know, like this is a fallen world, and evil is in the hearts of all man. And if you go against that, if you think you're smarter than God himself and the prophets and Jesus Christ, like, he'll get you. And God isn't laying these traps. God just is. The truth is, God wants you to thrive. God loves people. God loves life. God loves the laugh of a child. Satan wants to keep driving you into your root emotions: fear, lust, rage, envy, pride, vanity. Guys, there's a reason this handbook is what it is. Because if you take those tickets, you descend to a place where God can't help you no more, nigga. Maybe whoever did that to you nailed their ass to the wall in court. Oh yeah, we already have a case open. It's cool. Just don't get mad. Don't require extreme vengeance. It's about, guys, this isn't, I haven't even told you about some of the other stuff. These gammas would send animal people to my house that would say that, you know, I was abusing my goats. Dude, and the authorities just hate it. Like this one lady came, they called, I wouldn't even bring it up on the stream. There's so much shit that I have to deal with that I don't bring up on the stream because I don't want you to feel stressed. And by the way, it truly doesn't matter. It doesn't. We're thriving. Like once you can be above the trolls on the bridge and you realize that you have to go under the bridge and the troll can't hurt you, it doesn't matter. But some funny things that would happen to us is the gammas, Unauthorized doesn't do live streaming yet, so we're gonna send animal control to try and take his dogs. Literally true story. So they come out to our house, and the woman was like, wow, this is like paradise. You know, we have wreaths on our goat barn. They go to they get called where there's like 50 cats in like a meth lab. There's people, you know, like some psychopath just microwaved a puppy. And then they come to Ursa Manor. And they're like, what the fuck? Don't feed the trolls. No, but it gets to a point where the trolls feed each other, and then they start breaking the law, and then you have to enforce the law on them. I don't take pleasure in it. I just want them to stop, and I know they won't stop without being stopped. And so the wicked will get the rewards, but it always backfires. Now the wicked are already getting the reward. Guys, God is already here all the time. It's not like we're waiting and then, you know, they're gonna finally be punished. Dude, they're punished the minute they do this shit. And again, I'm not a religious leader. I know what I'm saying is probably a more profound sermon than any sermon you've seen at your cucked rainbow flag church in a long time. Do not make the mistake of thinking I'm a religious leader. I'm not. I'm a comedian. Comedians get to tell the truth. You're welcome. Okay, the reason a lot of churches can't tell the truth anymore is because of money, envy, pride, rage. It's all the same fucking story. Okay, the wicked are being punished all the time. It's not coming, like, don't stop thinking that someone's coming to save you. You're already saved. Davy Crocco is the worst of them. Well, it's bigger than people. It's a spiritual battle. Davy Crocco doesn't matter. Davy Crocco is a troll under a bridge that broke the law and came out from under his bridge and tried to hurt a United States corporation business. They don't like that, guys. They don't care if I hurt your feelings. Guys, they make money dropping bombs on villages. They don't give a fuck about Davy Crockett's feelings, or I contradicted myself. Guys, I'm a comic. I get to say whatever the fuck I want. It's America, baby. I never break the law. Never. Saying unauthorized.tv is a fraud and a scam because you're a jealous little bitch is illegal. Well, I mean, but Owen will fire up the live stream and call everyone a homo, and he says nigger. All legal. Talking shit online, legal. Filing a false police report, illegal. You guys know the rules of the game you're playing. This isn't hard. And so I don't really care when people endlessly rant about me. Ironically, it promotes my website. You know how many people will watch some of these troll videos and they'll hate the trolls so much, and they'll look at these like little cock, envious little fuckers, and they'll immediately go to unauthorized and subscribe. I don't care. You don't hurt my feelings. I don't watch any of your videos. When you break the law, when you try to hack into our websites, when you try to send violent forces to my house, like, you just made a mistake. It's like someone throwing a haymaker in a fight. You know, just this big ah! Do you get scared or mad? No, you literally just look at the guy and go, you done fucked up. And then you just light him up. And I won't break a single law as I light these people up. And they will be lit up, and we have to make an example out of them, and it has to be public. And I don't care. Davy Crockett is a sad little man. Ty Richards is a sad, scared little broke man. This one dude who was like making videos that he was coming to my house and being very threatening and all that. And it scared me briefly, and then I started seeing what all this is. It's like his whole motivation is because I said dogs don't have souls, and he works at a dog place. I see a guy with a broken family, and he loves dogs, and he now puts all his pain on me, and you know, I get it. I get what they are, but it has to stop. I don't break the law. You do. Oh, I mean, Owen Benjamin. Ty Richards is still selling merch with my name on it and picture and stuff. And he was trying to shock people into buying it. He was trying to start a GoFundMe to take me down. He was bragging that he was going to put me in cuffs. Ty Richards. He put up a whole thing about how you can file FBI reports on me and how fun it is and how many he's filing and all that. Yeah, he deleted all that, took down his Instagram. He's probably a little nervous because he broke the law. He's violating many laws right now. And he has to stop, and do not attack them. I saw some people trolling him and saying really crazy stuff. It's not me. It's not illegal. I disavow all of it though, and I truly do, because you're not helping anybody, you know, because the world is a bunch of narratives. Do not make threats to him. He's already fucked. It's like, just let it happen, you know? Don't swarm him, just ban and move on, because there's an intimacy to hate. Because sometimes people misunderstand me and they see me like ranting or yelling, or it's comedy. Go watch one of my 10 specials. It's obvious what I do. Sometimes yelling is funny. Check out Lewis Black sometime, retard. So they misunderstand. And then they do something crazy. And then their life will change forever. Ty Richards committed it. I'm not going to say what I believe the level of crimes he's committed, but maybe he'll get justice from the criminal justice, maybe not. But either way, that's a series of crazy mistakes. He was starting a GoFundMe for money to take me down, quote unquote, that he will keep. That's actual fraud. What he does is he fires up the trolls and the gammas and the resentful people and overly mother women, like women without husbands that like really want to nurture. And he acts all hurt and all this. And so people would send him money and then he'd keep it or whatever. He's actually committing crimes. Ty Rich, don't worry about him. Guys, don't pay them any mind. The reason I'm telling you guys this is because I just want it known what's happening to all the good bears, the confused bears, the bears that saw me posting some of Ty's stuff because it was really good. I used his art for my tour. You know, I didn't discern it properly. The internet makes it so you can't always read people. So I have to just kind of put some of these things to rest so that people that are confused understand what exactly happened. But no, don't attack them, don't threaten them. You know, the fear weapon is used by evil people. Like, don't make him feel like his family's in danger or what you... Dude, that's all... He really is in trouble. And when he's operating from that starting point, like, it's all fraud. Unauthorized is crushing. I paid him $250 for a shitty picture. He said in the same thing that he did it for free, but I only paid him $250 and it was worth $3,000. Guys, he's in hell. He can't operate. You don't need to punish him. Let God do that. You have enough on your plate. Life is challenging. Your kids want to be around you. Your wife wants you to bring her a glass of water. God wants gratitude. You know, and you don't...
Amy, do you need some water? Amy, do you need... I could get you some water, Aim. Aim, do you need any water?
I can't imagine a worse existence than someone not allowed to feel that. And that's why when I see the envy of the protected classes, the envy of this, the rage against the Gamma, it's like, I wouldn't have even told you guys about the swatting thing because I don't like causing unnecessary fear and anxiety in people if it wasn't necessary for people to understand the level of crime that was committed. Guys, there was a whole act about this. Like, little gamer retards were swatting each other. Guess who doesn't like that? The authorities. They hate it. They passed a law to stop it. It's a felony. And family men, I tried to warn people with Nick Fuentes and Ben Shapiro, and I said, don't confront him and his family. And you could see the majority of men, family men, working men, were like, what a psycho. And then the Gamma male, Milker Nation, little incel, you know, no life experience, all narcissism, were like, you know, he's taking down the neocons. He's just doing what needs to be done. Guys, the most family men, most actual fathers would perceive what these people did to my family is only a few steps above pedophile. Think about all the men that have been through family court or been through like lies and deceptions to try and separate them from their kids. These people lied about me to try and separate me from my children. That's That's as evil. The only thing I can think of that's worse is pedophilia, is like the rape of a child. That's one of the worst things you can possibly do to a human being. Did it work? Of course not, because I got the armor. Like, if you live a good life, if you really are sincere, you will be okay. And things will come and things will go and things will pass. You know, if you're living in the upside down, if you're consumed by sin and wrath and all that stuff,
how are the bears responding to this utter fucking nonsense?
Straight and narrow, massive problems don't take you down. In fact, every single time there's a glimmer of blessing and a glimmer of truth in it. Guys, the stuff I talk about isn't theoretical. I'm not LARPing. One of the biggest mistakes some of these people make is they start believing their lies that I am a liar, I am a LARPer. I'm not. Do you see how it all links together? How it all works? It's like, very low of him to make the... I'm not, by the way, I'm not sure it was Ty. I am sure Ty was bragging about all his reports to the FBI. And seeing as I don't commit any crimes, it's already illegal, Ty, assuming that was real. And now we can get a court order to find out who tried to do it this time, because they hate false reports. So that's all I'm saying. Don't get involved in this. Stay with the gravy, stay with the good, stay with the true, stay with the beautiful. Don't go under the bridge and throw haymakers at trolls. There's an intimacy to it. Guys, I've been working on this armor for so long, my whole life, you know? Like, you remember the streams back in the day when I was talking about torturing pedophiles and how I would never do that because there's intimacy? And people are like, yeah, but I'd rip his fingers off and his dick and I'd make him eat his dick and all that. I'm like, because really work through these things. Rage and pain create intimacy, and intimacy will distort your soul, right? So if you, I'm not saying not to punish these people. I mean, pedophiles deserve all the punishment in the world, to the point where I had to really work through, like, there could come a time in America's future where the law of the land will be enforced locally. And what would I do if I had someone dead to rights as a pedo and the torture wouldn't deter future pedophiles? It's not like there was a purpose for it. Like, Vlad the Impaler would put heads on stakes to keep people from attacking. There was actually a functional purpose for it. But just torturing a pedophile, like being like cutting his dick off or something like that, you're doing it to yourself. And I had to face that. Like, that's real. Like, torture, pain, wrath, it's intimate. It's the upside down of passionate sex. It's the inverse of it, but it's the same spider web. Does that make sense? Where if you rage out at someone, I'm gonna kill you, Ty, I'm gonna hurt you, Ty, we're gonna come for you, what you did to Big Bear. I know you love me. Guys, I know so many people here want nothing more than to protect me, and they think the best way is to scare the shit out of Ty and say crazy shit. No. It's already done. Like, live this truth. And just harassing and scaring and intimidating, it takes a toll on the person doing it. It's intimate. And, you know, I can't remember who said it, but someone said, it might have been Nietzsche. I don't like Nietzsche, but he said, be careful staring into the abyss, because eventually it'll look back. Pink mist. Yeah, they have to just be stopped any way possible. But the thing I'm explaining with this is an extreme example. The most deserving person of torture I can imagine. A serial pedophile that can't be stopped. That is as extreme as I can possibly imagine. Okay, so in that scenario, just inflicting pain. I'm not talking about execution. I'm not talking about justice, but pain. And not to intimidate a crowd, not to get information, like no objective value coming from the torture. Do you do it? No, because it's indulgent. It's indulgence. That's for you. You are playing God, and that's always bad. Whether it's Silicon Valley, whether it's Netanyahu, whether it's Ty Richards, who thinks he can change the truth in order to punish me. He created a fiction that I'm a cult leader and that I'm running a scam and that I ripped him off. Like, that's all fake. And so when he engaged in his fiction, he was playing God. What happens to people who think they can play God? They always fail. That's why do not be scared of transhumanism. They're cursing themselves. Okay, really think about it. Do you think Joe Rogan is going to become this RoboCop who's, you know, gets to pump all day and his consciousness lives forever? And he keeps getting a fatter face, a wider ass, and he's going to die like the rest of us. But he's going to die without a connection to God because he thought he could outthink the creation. Is this all making sense? And now that you see my lack of anger, my lack of fear when something really crazy happens, understand that a lot of my rants, a lot of my exaggerations is comedy. I'm not saying what I'm saying is a lie, it's not, but it's the music of it. Like, I'm not angry at these people. I used to feel bad for them to the point where I wouldn't pursue copyright strikes or send police. Like, I knew that that one dude who was trying to drive to my house, he's making all these videos, and he's on his way. Guys, I have a pregnant wife and 2 little kids. These people don't know the stakes and the love and the fear that can induce, right? I found out what kind of car he drives, where he lives, within 6 hours. And then I found out where he works, and he walks dogs. And I didn't pull the trigger on that one. I didn't try and get him fired. I didn't try to ruin his life because I fucking felt bad for him. Because the point I was trying to make about dogs not having souls is that humans are special. I was trying to discount the PETA argument, and this animal rights thing isn't to save animals, it's to degrade people. I love dogs. Love. Dogs are angelic. Love. But I pictured this lonely, broken, resentful dude who all he's got is dogs. And he sees me, someone he probably loved and then hated and thought I'd be his dad and thought he could be like me, and he can. And he sees me say that dogs don't have souls. And so all his hate and all his fear and all his despair gets put on me. And then he's going to drive to me and make it right. And he doesn't realize how fucking insane he looks. And I didn't get him, guys, I'm not a vicious person. I didn't dox him. I'm still not. I fucking felt bad for him because I realized how impotent. He wasn't going to come here. He just wanted an outlet. These people aren't even men of action at all. There's nothing to be scared of, guys. These are sad people. True? You know, the thing to be scared of is if more and more people
tell us the truth.
Keep acting like this, we're just going to have more of a convergence and a failure of our infrastructure. The real collapse isn't from ascending to the machine consciousness. That's nothing. That won't happen. The real problem is California. The rolling blackouts, all this shit, it isn't because they're like getting off on scaring people and all that. It's failing. AI doesn't work. We aren't God. Truth works. Lies and corruption don't. And so it's just going to keep going where they think they can make black people and white people feel exactly the same. They should live right next to each other. And the black guy should score exactly the same as the white guy on the IQ test. And we will force that reality. Women are just as good at being a cop and being a soldier as men. And we're going to make that reality. It's not real. And the more you do that, the more everything, it simply falls apart. They're not coming for you. They're falling apart. So this is an opportunity to grow because it's showing everybody that they're not in control. God is in control. When you try to play God, you lose your fancy servers. And people, you know, these people just end up getting sick and dying. Good job today, Mom. Yeah. Guys, California sucks. Yeah, but it's not this like dystopia coming. It's a lesson that we forgot. That the dream machine of Hollywood isn't real. This whole problem is about 80 years old. This isn't all of human existence. America and a lot of the world are currently living in the upside down with fake trauma, fake realities. the thought that we can change reality, you know, the hero is the villain's the hero. It's because of movies. It's because of TV. It's because of these technologies that started happening really fast. Okay, we're already adapting. It doesn't last. This is what happens. And so we're already readapting because these technologies people are now, because they operate as Ponzi schemes. So at first, you know, the lie out of Hollywood was like, you know, we got to take down these Germans. You know, the point, the director Ford and Capra and all these guys, they were doing propaganda. They weren't just making heartfelt movies. They were trying to make American men want to join the military. No one wanted to. America was based. World War I was a disaster. Everyone was like, fuck that. And so they had a problem. They need our consent. If we don't want to go to war, it's like, no, that's stupid. So they started making these movies. They were putting sex in it. They were putting these gallantry. They were making the hero the soldier, the villain the German, and creating all these fake realities so that the average man then wanted to be a soldier because that was cool, that was heroic. There was sex involved. They wanted respect. And so people couldn't wait to go into the military. And they did it with movies. We had no business in World War II. Oh, how dare you? We'd be speaking German. You promise? It doesn't matter what you think about World War II. It's not our business. That was a European war. And so I don't give a flying fuck what you think about Roosevelt or Churchill or Hitler or whatever. It wasn't our war. So they had to drum up Pearl Harbor. They had one of these directors already in Pearl Harbor. It's so fake, guys. What are the odds that they send one of the most famous directors in the world to just hang at Pearl Harbor so they could drum up a fake story that they're like, do you got your camera with you? It's like, I do indeed, sir. And then he got shrapnel in his arm and he got a Purple Heart and the shrapnel wasn't a big deal. Guys, it's all such fucking bullshit. And so they had to drum up support with fake narratives, right? It doesn't work anymore. And so, because the narratives are now like, your son is a girl. Because they can't stop. It doesn't end. They don't just go, oh, we succeeded with World War II. Man, we really pulled a fast one, but fuck it. No more, guys. It worked. But no, they grow. They feed. And it always ends. We know the realities. We know the reality. We should not be in the Middle East. We should not have went to Vietnam. The men that went there, and this is when things get complicated. The soldiers are still heroes. The soldiers that went there and did their best job they could are still fucking heroes, even in an unjust war. And a lot of people have a hard time understanding that. The war is evil. The war is bad. The war is a deception. We have no business there. The news, like I've known a dude, well, I know someone who knows someone who's been in Iran for a while now as special forces. And all he said to this guy I know is don't believe a single thing you see on the news. So we all know that everything we're watching on the news is fake and that they want endless empire wars that we have no business doing at all. The whole narrative that America is out saving anyone is insane. And there was a time when that worked. And there were soldiers that were born, they fought and died, knowing in their hearts they were heroes. And they were, because they didn't know the bigger picture. They didn't know about, the deceptions and the banking and the infiltration and all the shit that went into World War II. World War II looks on paper as the most just war. You have this dictator, Adolfo Hitlerio, and your buddy Churchill is just this fun drunk who's always hammered, but he's one of those good guys in England that just needs help. And, they're just trying to take everyone's freedom. I'm going to do a whole stream on World War II. We had no business. That was a war of fucking empire. And it wasn't us. And all we did is take over as the empire. And now we're it's getting to the point of total nonsense where it's like, if we don't invade Syria, they won't get their freedom. Like, soldiers love me, by the way. This is another false narrative. You know, people think Ben Shapiro is this like hero of the soldier because he's like, America's fucking great. We drop all these bombs. Soldiers know this shit. They're doing the best they can. They're family men. They miss their kids. They work hard. They put their life on the line. It's a very hard job. They don't want to fight these fucking stupid wars anymore. They want to fight a war where their grandkid looks at their medal and says, my granddaddy did what was right. That's why they're soldiers. They want people like me to say, why the fuck are we in Syria? Are we still looking for bin Laden in Afghanistan? And the reason they go after the young males, they jack up their testosterone, they get them all in a frenzy and excited, and then they take advantage of it. Want to know what that sounds like? A pedophile. So they get young males that are easily shaped and they drum them up. You're going to get sex and glory and you're going to kill the bad guys. And they're like, you promise? And then they make them do things they know are bad. And then they come back to America and they watch the bear feed and they love the gravy and they deal with it and they pray to God. And God, fellas, you're fine. You were in an unjust war, doing the best you could. I understand atrocities. I understand why people make fucking necklaces out of ears. Because it's logical insanity. If you are in an environment where you just watch someone you went to boot camp with get decapitated from a bunch of punji sticks by a bunch of fucking jungle Asians, you want revenge. And you want to intimidate them and you feel a lot of pain, like pain that we can't fathom. And so then you punish them, you make the ear necklace, and then they see the ear necklace and then they like, you know, cut off your dick. Guys, it seems insane just when you look at one piece of it, but it all makes sense. And it all starts with the acceptance of lies and the idea that we are God. So when I speak out against war and I speak out against this psychotic bombing of Iraq or Syria, it is not disrespecting the soldiers. In fact, it is from a deep love and it's like, I feel for those men. They're just trying to do what's right. Soldiers are susceptible to lies too. Oh, beyond, everybody is. Guys, I was basically a hatchet man for the Hollywood elite without even fucking knowing it. That's this problem I have with all these churchians. It's like, how dare you, you know, do this? I am an insurance salesman. Guys, I was pushing an agenda and not even knowing it. I just thought it was funny and true. No one sat me in a room and said, do these jokes, we'll put you on this show. That's all fucking nonsense. They don't put you in a little room and say, oh, you have to do a joke about this. It's all carrots and sticks. When I was in Hollywood being successful, at no point did I think I was serving an evil agenda. I thought I was setting people free with humor, and I was. But my skill set was being used by some of the most evil people in the entire world. And so when I realized that. It took me a while to realize that because it's so hard to see. Because the carrots and the sticks are so there. It's like, and your community, and you want all the high fives at the improv, and you want, but when it is what it is. I think 1,000 as usual. Thank you, Honey Bear. Does anyone have any questions before I go? I'm going to land this plane. I'm not going to, as I said before, I'm not going to be opening as much mail on these streams anymore because I just, you know, I don't always know who's sending them. This is the crossroads I'm at. I don't want to give up on any of my connections. Is so 99% of you guys are so awesome, and it's like I don't want to stop rooting for you guys and giving you platforms and speaking your words and stuff. But man, this weekend was a little rattling, and I don't know. It's like I don't always know who the fuck I'm reading, and I also don't want to lose that part. I'm probably just going to take a little time off. Owen Speaks Truth, former combat pilot. Yeah, and it's not, they're just doing their, dude, we're all in it. Like, one group of people that relate a lot to me are police. Because the political correctness culture makes it so they can't do their job. And they can't arrest an actual criminal because of nonsense. And so they look at me and understand. We're all in this together. Take a break from it all, BB. It's understandable. No, I still like streaming and stuff. I'm just trying to make fundamental changes in how I operate because I just really don't want this to happen again. You know, I don't want this troll culture to feel close enough to me where they get that entitled and they feed off each other, and it's not good. And I have to take accountability for my role. You know, maybe I do let people in too close. Maybe I do. I'm not protective enough of myself. Maybe you're the best man. Yeah, you too. More security at airlines now. I don't know what that means. Hang on, how about don't do them live and just put it on unauthorized? No, I mean, if you want to, and this is the thing, is I've been getting a lot of letters and stuff, and I appreciate the super chats and everything and support the channel, but like, don't do it so that people hear your words. Do it so I hear your words. Maybe that's what I'll do for a while. You know, if you send me letters and give me a grabble for my babble, and the point is so that people hear your words, I don't want to be a part of that. But if you do it so that you genuinely want to support the channel and you genuinely want to tell me something and it's pure in intention, good. But I don't really feel like being used anymore. It doesn't take anything from me, but it encourages retards. Look after yourself, Owen. Oh, we're fine. I'm just trying to... Guys, I don't want more people to end up like Ty Richards. Like, he's in a bad spot. And I don't want to be a part of building up anyone's ego or entitlement where they can't handle it and then they spiral. I'll be fine. But like, I don't want you guys to be in that position. It's like to watch what happens to these people where he might, if I didn't promote his art or if I didn't like give him such a voice, he might still just be a quiet little gay guy. All right, does anyone have any direct questions? And then I'm gonna get out of here. Don't use BB as a platform. No. Like Hand-Drawn Bear can because I know her. Anchor Bear can because I know him. Like, I just need more vetting. Guys, I literally just open every letter from my pile and just read it without editing. I mean, that's unheard of in live streaming or in entertainment or any of this. Like, that doesn't happen. Do you think Ben Shapiro could ever just actually open his mailbag? It would be like, Ben, stop sending our kids to die. PragerU, Birch Gold. Like, I'm so open, and one of the weirdest things is I'm so open that the Gammas, they're convinced I'm a liar. Like, show me one other live stream where unscripted, 2,100 hours.
I'm open.
Family running around, little kid popping up. That's unheard of. I just read every letter. There's nothing, I'm hiding nothing. I'm open to anything. I'll criticize, I'll encourage it. There's no hiding. Ty developed a fake relationship with you in his mind. He was lost in the sauce. Yeah, exactly. Guys, this is the craziest thing. I finally understand the pray for your enemy stuff. I know if he hears this, he'll think it's all a scam. And I genuinely hope he gets sanity. And that's not condescending. That's not this churchian, oh, pray for you. I pray for you. Bless your heart. No, I genuinely, because humans aren't the cause of evil. We're used like, they jack us up with emotions. They use our fear. They use our sin. And you can't.
Yo, what's up, John?
Hurting Ty Richards does nothing to evil. He's currently obsessed. He's currently possessed with these feelings. I'm not saying he deserves to be in a mental institution. That's not the point of this. Some people try and do these fake narratives of like, oh, he's lost his mind. Authorities.
I got you.
No, I don't like authorities. I'm a comedian.
Did you get my reply?
This may be one of the first. No, this is the second time in my entire life I've even interacted with the authorities on my own behalf ever, and I've seen some crazy shit. I don't tattle to the teacher. I don't like principals, teachers. I don't like authority. I don't go to someone else and say, this guy just did something. I fucking never do that. So don't think that that's what I'm saying. Where he's at is the underworld, where his thoughts are not coinciding whatsoever with reality. And I saw that with a few of these former Bears that I kind of knew. I knew they were wacky and they were going a little off the deep end, but like, I genuinely hope he gets out, because the human mind is made by God. And it isn't, like, you can always get past it. Like, we're not here, you know, I don't know if I'm articulating this properly. Control your emotions is the most important thing. And this is something that I'm not going to stop on my end, but you have to understand about me. I am a comedian. If you see me yelling and ranting and saying some things,
barely, hardly a comedian.
It's literally what I do. And I'm not lying. It's just in a manner that's funny. So if you then mimic that and say, "Oh, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to fucking freak out on my neighbor." Like, the world has a huge lack of masculinity right now. You know, people are not given roles, definitions, jobs, rules, none of it. It's becoming feminized, right? Masculinity understands what I'm saying. Femininity does not. Femininity is ruled by emotions, and it's ruled by safety and compromise and all this shit. That's why these Silicon Valley companies are incapable of dealing with gamma males. Okay, it isn't the grand conspiracy. There's tons of conspiracies, tons. Look who you're talking to, gravy. But the grand conspiracy around Silicon Valley is not that they're slowly trying to take away, you know, your life. Guys, the gamma males that you see in my chat, multiply that by 1 million, and that's YouTube. Think about all the petty bullshit.
The gamma males in his chat, aka the Bears.
Think about all the non-stop feelings and emotions that keep getting more indulged and indulged. Think about all these platforms, Twitter, Facebook, all this.
All right, Big Bear's not saying much. We get it. We get it, Big Bear. You're persecuted. You're a victim. Send your money. We'll send you money, Big Bear. Don't worry. You'll get your unauthorized. You'll get your payments soon. Just settle down. Stop calling cops. It'll be all right. Stop triggering Big Bear, guys. What's Owen's end game? Lots of money. Trying to get money. At least 3 Bitcoin. That's his end game. That's what should be his end game. I know what his end game is gonna be. It's Amy being snuggled in my arms with her toes under my chin, with in my nose. I want to sniff her toes. I want Amy's toes in my nose, and also Sing Along Bear. She'll be helping me out. That's right. That's right. Alright, well, that'll do it. I've been here too long. I'm probably gonna go downstairs into the actual glass gulag, and I'll continue it there. This fucking Zoom is messing with me right now. It's so random. I'm not making it do that. It's just doing it on its own. But I like it. I'm a big fan. I love it. We got the outposts. Can I get my eye in the outpost? Is the Zoom gonna let me do it? Is it gonna let me do it, you fucks? Oh, it almost did. I want to look through the outposts. There it is. I'm a giant. The gulag has been overrun by the prisoners. The giant prisoners. Fuck, savage. Just tuned in. Hi, bye. Yeah, I guess Brandy, I'll be back. I'm probably gonna go downstairs. I might eat something. All I've been eating is cookies and chocolate covered almonds. I'm on a gulag diet. That's what it is. Base to Zoom. Yeah, the Zoom is crazy, dude. It's giving me a headache. All right. And it was the it was all the hammers and sickles that were fucking up my computer. It was this. This absolutely messes everything up.
I don't do this all the time, so I'm trying to not just be funny or just focus on a topic. When I say that, it's so people are like...
Completely crashes everything. Oh fuck, what have I done? No! OBS isn't responding, turn it off. What a mistake. Yeah, I'm never gonna turn that on again. I think we're gonna have to take it easy on the hammers and the sickles.
Listen, I'm a green beret. Don't punch me in the face. I would say, good to know, thank you very much. The gamma male says, liar, and punches him in the face, and then he dies. I'm trying to help people by saying I'm crazy intelligent. Like, I see patterns and shit that you won't find some of this knowledge in any print media or anything. I'm telling you, like...
Thanks for tuning in, guys. You're here for life. Ezra Stone, how dare you? I was not. I have glaucoma, first of all. And second of all, I just got done crying. And I have allergies. I only smoke tobacco products. Okay. And with that, we'll see you in the actual gulag, the actual glass gulag.
Or a tough man, or a soy boy, or a lollipops and fancy dance. I would have tried to seek compromise with these people. I would have wanted as many people to like me as possible. The reason I succeeded, and the reason there were still 7,000 people watching today, and the reason Unauthorized is only doing better, is because I said with complete honesty and truth, I will fucking ban every single person here, except Kyneton Bear, if people don't start acting right. And you wanna know what happens? It works, because it's needed. I am a comedian. The world isn't subjective. It isn't this mishmash of, well, I feel like a woman, I'm a bird, I'm a comedian now just because I say so. I am a comedian. And when you understand that, my entire life makes perfect sense. People with no irony will look at me and say, that are mad at me about a certain song, about a certain bike, and their favorite bit of all time is George Carlin, 7 words you can't say on TV. Oh, that George Carlin. Wow, he really knew. Comedy. There were 7 words you couldn't say, and that, by Jove, that guy said it. I'm like, yeah, kind of. They're like nigger, and they're like, what? Break it down logically, guys. Think about the words that you couldn't say when Carlin said it. Like pussy, for example. Pussy. Okay, that's vulgar to a lot of people, but it truly only offends a certain type of woman. Okay, nigger, kind of a silly little word, it offends a small amount of black people with extreme victim consciousness. To say that George Carlin's bit was great and edgy and all that, but I'm offensive, you realize that you are putting random black people above your mother and wife. Okay, if you're gonna virtue signal, let's say you're gonna be a white knight retard who doesn't understand the nature of comedy. There's 7 words you can't say on TV. Fuck, shit, pussy, alright. What's the 7 words now? Nigger, faggot, whatever it is. That's the role of the comedian, right? So, think about how insane it is for a man to put the feelings of random blacks above their wife, mother, or daughter. Because pussy is a offensive word to women. Nigger can be offensive to, it's mostly just offensive to cuck whites and Jews.